She walked in wearing a dress I didn't buy and a smile that ended 22 years of marriage. Gloria drifted into the kitchen like smoke draped in a black dress I'd never seen, its edges flashing like danger. She cocked her head slightly, mouth curling into a smirk sharp enough to draw blood. "Got plans tonight," she said, voice light as fog. "Don't get all insecure on me, Francis." For a moment, I forgot how to exist. 20-2 years gone, erased by that smile. I could have shouted, broken something, demanded answers. I didn't. I just said, "Tell your sister the details at brunch tomorrow." Her face twitched just once, but I saw it. The first fracture. By nightfall, I was back at the dive shop, lights off, bourbon in hand, hammer, and sullen like dried blood. Divers don't panic. Panic drowns you. Keep your pulse cold. I logged into our joint account. $300 withdrawals, a beachfront hotel charge, a boutique lingerie purchase, a trail, and I followed it. Before sunrise, I drove to the hotel. The desk clerk looked at the photo and nodded immediately. "Oh, Mrs. Donahue? Always asks for the corner suite, best ocean view. Comes in with Mr. Marcus Webb." Marcus, ex-dive student, banned years ago for taking pictures of women underwater without their consent. Now, he was photographing my wife and far less. The fury came quick, hot, and rising, but I locked it down. Rage is noisy. Truth is lethal. I called Tommy Rodriguez, ex-Navy, my blood brother, now a pie. His voice was calm. "Whatever you do, don't go to her yet." They underestimated how quietly revenge begins. We don't scream. We document. First step, a microcam stashed behind the living room air vent. Second, a recorder wired beneath the Jeep's console. Third, a forensic sweep of half a year's bank activity. Ordered express. While Gloria smiled like nothing was broken and topped off my coffee, I was already building her obituary and data. Tommy's intel hit like a detonated mine. Falsified documents tied to a $200,000 loan, taken against my dive business without my name on a single line. The funds disappeared into offshore shadows. Even filthier, Marcus. His license revoked. His hustle turned illegal. He brokered deals behind closed blinds and traded favors with Ray Morrison. A police badge rusted with corruption. Gloria walked through fire thinking she couldn't burn. I hired Robert Chin, a war-scarred attorney who still fought like a Marine. By midday, our accounts were frozen solid. By night, Gloria came floating home, arms full of luxury bags and arrogance, convinced she'd outlived the storm. She didn't know the FBI was already threading her purchases into a federal map. Agent Sarah Martinez met me in a roadside diner, her blazer sharp, her scent a mix of salt wind and caffeine. They'd been circling Marcus' operation, real estate fraud, shell companies, drug rumors leaking through dive tours like oil in water. Gloria's forged loan, the keystone they needed. "Don't tip her off," Martinez said. "Make her feel untouched." That's how the trap sets. Thursday morning, she kissed my cheek, claimed she was off to a spa retreat. I waited for her to disappear down the road. Then I called Martinez. Then I drove to Ocean View, 3 blocks from Elizabeth's house, her mother. The trap was staged as a family emergency. At 7:31 p.m., Gloria arrived, expecting tears and chest pain stories. Instead, she found me. Her mother, her brother, for sealed packets on the table. "Take a seat," I told her. The air hung thick with salt. Silence. A consequence. File 1, fraudulent bank activity. File 2, falsified mortgage papers. File 3, intimate photos with Marcus, time-stamped. File 4, Detective Morrison caught mid-payoff. Her expression fractured, first doubt, then dread. That's when Agent Martinez stepped forward, badge catching the overhead light. "Gloria Donahue, you're under arrest for financial fraud, document forgery, and criminal collusion." The cuffs locked like the start of a countdown. None of us knew Marcus had drafted a darker plan B. 1. That ended with me at the bottom of the Atlantic, 60 feet down, no air left. It was Gloria who broke in lockup. Said Marcus wanted to rig my oxygen supply. Kill me underwater. Escape with the cash and a new passport. She refused murder, but not theft. That line was her undoing. Her confession kicked over a hive. 6 arrested, Morrison among them. And still, it wasn't over. The Bureau dug deeper and found something heavier, drug caches strapped beneath artificial reefs. I used to teach tourists to admire. That's when the Coast Guard called. Captain Jennifer Walsh. She said, "You know the routes, you know the water, You're going back in. For 3 weeks, I led secret ops, highlighting fake reefs, pointing out disguised contraband, weapons, coke, pills sealed in watertight canisters. 17 caches recovered. Marcus Ledger emerged from the sand. Every name, date, transaction, each crate we brought up felt like a body bag. Every dive, a resurrection. 9 months later, sunrise smeared molten light across the Atlantic, the sea waking like something ancient and watchful. What was once a wrecked dream blew. Horizon Dive Co., mortgaged behind my back now, searched with life. Adrenaline seekers came in waves, chasing lessons from the man who exposed the cartel and lived to tell the tale. Elizabeth ran the dockside office with the quiet steadiness of a lighthouse. She didn't flinch in chaos. She was my anchor. That afternoon, Rebecca, sister of Agent Martinez, walked up the gangway with purpose in her eyes. There's a group in Raleigh, she said, men gutted by betrayal. They need someone who's been through fire. I stood before 12 strangers that night, faces drawn, shoulders tense, all of them shipwrecked in their own lives. How do you ever trust again? Someone asked. You don't begin with trust, I told him. You begin with proof. You watch what people do, not what they say. Actions stack slowly, steadily until you have something solid beneath you, like reef stone, like truth, silence, then breath. I felt it, hope stirring like a current beneath the surface. Later, aboard our latest vessel, Second Wind, I trained Amanda Wells, a brilliant scientist robbed blind of her research grant by someone she loved. She stood frozen, clutching her gear. Fear's not weakness, I told her. Down there, the sea strips you bare. No masks, no lies, just breath and willpower. Who you are is forged in that pressure. We dove. Sunlight fractured the water into gold-veined cathedrals. Where drug crates once lay rotting, now bloom coral, sea fans, life ruins. Reborn. Amanda broke the surface, laughing, saltwater shining on her skin like rebirth. In that moment, I knew rage had been my engine, but purpose was my sail. That evening, a sealed letter arrived from the Attorney General. Recognition, commendation, recommendation for a federal operations contract. I ran my thumb over the wax seal, remembering a black dress, a venomous smile, the moment my old life cracked and vanished beneath me. But I am not that man anymore. I don't flinch at the horizon. I don't fear the deep, because the place that once drowned me is now where I breathe, and I will show others how to rise from the wreckage and take the helm.